Into the ropes and off. A flying tackle by Anna Dropkick.
10 pounds of pure gold.
Gotta hold this just a minute. You want a little bit more?
I'm the real heavyweight champion.
Gotta be the best of me. It's more to me than anything I've ever done in wrestling.
They call this the first council of the championship as existed in its current province.
That can was pretty hard. And look at Buddy going to work now. Oh!
Hey everybody, it's Durger time. Thank you for joining me once again for another episode of Billy Corgan's NWA. We got a power ready to go. We got Starrcade in 12 days. We are on our home stretch of our sort of first year in this 2020 save, with Starrcade kind of being our season finale. A lot of things in motion, a lot of morale issues apparently happening, which is a problem. And of course, we have our second shot tournament, which will be concluding at Starrcade with Lucha Brothers versus Private Party and Good Brothers versus FTR, with the semifinals happening on this next episode of Power. The thing I'm concerned about right now is our broadcasting, because we lost a broadcaster. That means we're sort of in a shock period for broadcasters where they will not pick us up because of what happened with that stupid freaking Canadian broadcasting company. What I'm a little concerned about is with MAV TV, our minimum quality of 50. I'm a little concerned about that because, like, we usually are over it, but not by much. And even a 49 will take a hit. And I think for most broadcasters, it's like a 3 strikes is out kind of thing. So what I'm thinking of doing right now, I don't think it's going to bite us in the butt too bad, but I want to, for MAV, I want to adjust the time slot. So right now we're in early evening, which is a better time slot than afternoon. Obviously, the kind of closer you get to prime time, the better it is. But the higher restrictions there are, and honestly, we're not going to even be able to get these. I'm thinking late night. It's a worse time slot than early evening, but not by much. But the minimum quality is going to be significantly lower. And I'm very confident we can hurdle above a 44 every episode. I'm not confident that we can go over 50 every episode without doing some crazy, crazy shit. Now, I think we could change this. I think we can go back to it. It shouldn't be a big deal. But for now, I just want to be playing it a little bit safer. I'm not that concerned about money. I'm not concerned that much about the viewers. I'd rather us maintain the TV show slot, because if we do not have a TV show, we are screwed. So I think this is the plan here. Are not willing to offer that time slot. You would only offer what, Graveyard? Aren't I already early evening? What am I right now? I thought I was early evening. I can't see. I swear I thought we were already set in early evening. To be shown in early evening, which is a higher quality than the afternoon. I want the late night. We could go afternoon too. Afternoon really sucks. But let's do it for now, just to be safe. What's our time slot here? It's early evening right now. Will you give us like a prime time? No. Because I think our events could go better. Late evening? No. All right. We'll see how this affects it, but you know what? That minimum quality now is never going to be an issue. That should protect us a little bit, I think. We'll see how it affects the viewership. But also, I think if we keep on consistently doing over 50, and we kind of get things right-sized there, and we're confident in our booking, then we could jump back to a higher area. But I don't want to upset the broadcasters and lose them, especially because for the next year we're not going to get anybody else. So we're kind of screwed in that regard unless we go and invest and make our own broadcaster, which is, let's say, a little expensive. If you've never seen it before, you can invest and make your own broadcaster. It's real expensive. If we wanted to just do small, it would cost $1 million, and we would make less. We would have a loss of $990 per month on subscriptions at present. With just a small, and it would cost us all our money just to make it. Very small actually would actually. It's doable. It is doable. That's only if we were just in the U.S. and not anywhere else, I think, because it starts going up exponentially. If you wanted to get real crazy, you wanted to have an enormous one, if you have $55 million in the bank, you could have the largest freaking streaming service you've ever seen. And of course, free to air, you'd be, losing a ton of money. Just a ton of money. A significant amount of money. So we don't want to have to resort to that. The Billy Corgan internet television network is not going to be something that's going to be in our future anytime soon. It doesn't seem like it'd be very useful for us, and also probably would not grow us very much. In terms of growth, we're not doing bad. We're slowly but surely kind of moving up the list here. We're kind of chipping away 1 point every 2 months about, which is not bad. It's slow, but we're also in an area that I feel like we don't have to worry too much about what we're looking at in terms of growth. We're just kind of slowly moving along, and that's fine. All right, we gotta get to a show. Let's fast forward on over to our next player show and get our go-home show of Power in the bag. All right, we are back, and it looks like some other people are back. Mischief is back, turning from the wrestling business. That's interesting. Also, the Ryback is back, has returned from hiatus. Actually, it's only 800 a show. Hold on, guys. Hold on. How many more hold-ons I got? Do we do it? Do we? Let's look at the stats here. Let's just talk about this. Okay, so safety. Probably his weaker, sure. Sex appeal, very low, obviously. Brawling is fine, not the best technical wrestler by any regards. Great charisma, good star quality. He's got the look, very powerful, very resilient. Not a great talker in any capacity. Hugely popular all over. Would be an instant star for us. And only 800. Wow, that's interesting. What? I'm trying to think of what we would do with him. Where he would go, where he would fit in. I'm going to put him on a short list. We're not going to do it yet. We're going to have time. But honestly, if I see that, it won't happen yet, but if we end up seeing, if we don't have a consensus on this, 'cause I'm not sure, but I could see using him in some capacity, even for a little bit. Even if it was a challenger or something. Could have some potential here that could be interesting. I'm thinking about where we could go with this. That's a pretty good popularity boost there. That could be really helpful for the NWA. As weird as it would be to see the Ryback in the NWA. Now, Mischief is another interesting one. Not a huge level of popularity, but generally a very technically solid wrestler. Pretty much all the way around. A little bit older now, 19 years of experience. I don't know what her actual age is, but it's been around for a long time. Also another interesting one, especially if we wanted to boost up the women's division. What were we looking at in pricing? Are you serious? 70 a show? It must just be popularity based. We're gonna shortlist her too. I don't know yet. We're not gonna make any hiring decisions yet, but honestly, I could see it. Even just to bring her in as a rotating talent will be nice. I mean, it's just PPA, so who cares? And the Ryan Reeves situation, the Ryback situation is fascinating. Man, I don't. Some options there. Some interesting options there. So what do we got going on here? Power figures. Okay, that's just our rating there. And Colt Cabana talking up Nicole Matthews. I agree. Some of the feedback from some of the matches with the Thought Crimes team was positive. And I think we're definitely going to do more with them. I think we need better female competitors. And there's a couple people that I'm scouting. And I think we're probably going to bring them in post-Starrcade. Mischief may be one. But we also have some potential in CZW that we would like to grab. Which, again, I'm still deciding on whether to buy them outright. I think we will. And I think we'll do it after Starrcade. And we will run them as a sister company. We will own them. We will rebrand them. And all will be great with that. So we have a show tonight. Let's go ahead and get our go-home show going on and build up towards that Starrcade season finale. No, we are not going to run in Full Sail. Stop it. Just stop. We own this. Stop it, TEW. Stop. Just, Jesus. I just can't stand it. All right, we got a backstage incident. Uh-oh. Incident involving Thunder Rosa. She was in fine form before the show, keeping everyone in a great mood with hilarious road stories. Ain't that great? We have some locker room controls. We will nettle. Let's see if we can produce something here with maybe Zicky Dice. Zicky Dice and what do we got for pop personalities here? Zicky Dice is driven. Ace Austin is relaxed. How about Jarek here? Extremely unlikely. Has no defined personality. Well, we'll try. No effect. Very unlikely it was going to happen anyways, but it's always nice to try to get some kind of branding. What happened in the last show? We had Eli Drake and Aldis having a confrontation. Pillman defeating Nick Aldis to get his title shot back for Starrcade. Natty Neidhart and Thunder Rosa seemingly having a conflict. Likely both near number one contendership. Von Erich's accepting Contra Unit's table match for the Starrcade. Some interesting elements here going on. And Josephus introducing, of course, a new member to the cult with Mr. Brody Lee here, now a enforcer for Josephus, who has a seemingly new message going on. Kind of interesting stuff. Let's go ahead and let's book the show and get our go home going on. All right, we are ready. Didn't actually get everything that I wanted in, now that I'm thinking about it. So we might have to do some weird on the fly booking when it comes to Starrcade. It's not the end of the world by any means. But we didn't get quite the story beats that I wanted, but we'll deal with it. We'll move through some Starrcade is gonna be a long show, so it's fine. But we set up a lot of what we need to do with this show. Have some interesting turns of events. So I'm actually really happy with how this 2-hour power turned out. Let's see if the ratings reflect the quality I think it is. Let's go ahead and take a look. So we start the show with an interesting direction. Lance Archer, our National Alliance champion, comes out and cuts a promo. He has not been seen in a while. Doesn't really defend his title much. He retired Tim Storm after Tim Storm had the title, and that's about it. Clearly, he's making a appearance over, probably trying to hint at who his challenger will be at Starrcade. And he goes, and the crowd is just booing him. So he goes, "Quiet! I am your Alliance champion." And he says to them as the crowd hisses, "I am not here for open challenges. I'm not here to raise up younger talent. I am here to kill people and get paid for it." The crowd does not like that. The title will be defended at Starrcade, but so far no challenger has been willing to come forward. The backstage haven't even offered a person. It seems that they know what happens when you get in the ring. Some people will get off easy. They just get sent to retirement homes. But everybody dies. And before you can really even say anything else, he gets cut off by AR Fox, who was in our tag tournament but lost the second shot. He comes out with a hot mic and seems ready to confront him. And AR Fox goes, "Billy Corgan told me this was a land of opportunity. That if I won that tournament with my partner, I would have a shot at things. But it didn't work out that way. Oh well, I'm a trendsetter. I blaze my own trail. I don't need a contract. I don't need a guaranteed payday. Big man, I'll take you on. But remember, they never remember the monster. They remember the guy who made him bleed." Fox drops the mic, walks away. And despite not working here, AR Fox, it goes ahead and basically accepts a challenge from Archer, and it seems Archer is intent on taking it. This segment does amazing. It's a 60. Does great. I mean, it's fantastic. Afterwards, we get this is a minor one, so the rating doesn't even matter, but I should have kept it as major. Off screen, the announcers just announced that there will be a tag team match tonight that is being booked on the fly after what just happened, and the independent contractor AR Fox will be joining Brian Pillman Jr. Who the hell's Bill Pillman? Bill Pullman, noted actor and star of Independence Day, will be joining us. Brian Pillman Jr. and AR Fox will be tag teaming together, facing off against Miro and Lance Archer. A weird combo. And that will be our main event. Kind of doing a little bit of a classic go-home show of two singles matches, kind of tagging off at each other here. And then we got a weird one here. A lot of our tag team guys haven't been used much, so I'm going to give them an opportunity to be used, as we've kind of been focusing a little bit on the Contra unit, and then obviously the second shot tournament. So we got a Scramble. This is a number one contenders tag team Scramble elimination match. So the winners of this match will go on to be the number one contenders after Starrcade, because we already have a contendership on the line. This sets up the next one. And in this, War Machine, who were originally our NWA champions, actually win this one. They defeat Villains for Hire, Ascension, and Kate and Yuta. Kate and Yuta were first to get eliminated, then Villains for Hire, and then finally the Ascension. All around, a very mixed bag in terms of in-ring performance, but not that bad, actually. Our weakest were actually Brody King with a 30. Everybody else was hanging around 40s. So actually not too bad at all. I shouldn't even say a mixed bag. It's actually been pretty consistent. Gets us a 40, It's not bad. We gain heat for the Von Erich's legacy, which is sort of our general tag storyline. PCO and Brody King had great chemistry together, as did Connor and Victor, and it got the crowd hotter. Not bad. 40 is a little low, but considering it's an undercard and it's a mix tag match, it's not bad. So we do get War Machine becoming number one contenders after Starrcade to get their title shot for whoever becomes the tag champion or retains the tag championship. They will be facing them. And we had a bit of a problem. So let's discuss this now. We needed our finals to be done. Apparently, despite it not being listed on the schedule, Mr. Doc Luke Gallows himself decided to go on a minor excursion to New Japan today. This is very bad because obviously we needed our finals for the tag tournament done or the semifinals to be done so we can get to the finals at Starrcade. So I tried to figure out what to do, and the events that are about to unfold is such a pleasant surprise because I did not realize that a certain local talent was available. And you'll see who it is. I'm very excited because I think we're going to just sign him right away to NWA. But there's a whole host of some weirdness happening involving how do we finish this match. So, backstage, we hear Luke Gallows' voice conveniently off screen. Presumably, this would have been recorded before he had a chance to leave. And it's just off screen. He's like behind a doorway in the locker room. He's injured. He's hurt. He's in pain. Carl Anderson runs out from behind a doorway to attend to him, asking for a medical. Someone smashed his leg. Doc. He's screaming for a doctor, trying to get someone to come by and help him. FTR walk by casually, look inside, wince and smirk, and go, "Hey, oh man, that's a bummer. You okay, Gallows? Ouch. Not sure who did that to you. That's a real shame because I think you had a match with us tonight. You know, that's a real bummer, man. Oh well, I guess Anderson, you got to find a replacement tonight. That's just a damn shame. Go see you in the ring, good brother. Best wishes to Doc over there." So it's vaguely implied that they basically cheated their way to knock out Luke Gallows to ensure a victory. Now Carl Anderson has to find a replacement or forfeit the match. Bunch of them did off-script work, though Cash Wheeler actually struggled with it, unfortunately. Overall, though, got the crowd hotter. 43 is not too bad. And we're left with Carl Anderson in a predicament. Fortunately, Pinky George does poor here, but we have Paul Pinky George coming out to announce a third medallion match for the Founders Champion. Remember, there's 5 of them. 2 have been grabbed already, one by Zicky Dice, one by Jericho 120. So Smoking Aces actually has 2 of them, which is kind of interesting. And he announces that there will be another match tonight, a singles match for the medallion, and he's going to put Matt Cross in a match, and he's about to announce another competitor. But Eddie Kingston actually barges out and interrupts Pinky George. And he goes, Stop. Paulie, what is this, man? Every day the boys are in the back, waiting for their turn to get breadcrumbs for you. They sit there next to their dog bowls like good little puppies and wait for you to give them a scoop of some discount Purina you're dishing. All while you got them on a tight little leash. I'm unleashed, though, baby. And it's time that the crew get what they are due. I'm sick of waiting for my number to be called. You want a competitor? You got one. Say my name and ring the bell. Kingston seems pissed. He's agitated. He's got an agenda. Pinky's about to say something to him, clearly frustrated by the outburst. And before he even can say anything, Kingston just gets real close to him, basically right next to his face, puts the mic right next to him, and just is spitting as he's talking aggressively, and he reiterates exactly what he said. He says, "Do it right now. Do it the right way. Ring the bell." Pinky, now looking kind of terrified for his life, gulps and nods to the ref, who does announce that Kingston is going to be entering the match, and rings the bell. Gets a 33. Unfortunately, Pinky George kind of hurt the segment, but it is what it is. And we have a match against Kingston versus Matt Cross for the medallion. And Matt Cross suffered here 28, not very good. And Kingston had a 51. It is overall, though, a decent match. Eddie Kingston defeats Matt Cross in 8 minutes. He gets a pinfall with a blackout lariat. It's a 47 overall, which is not horrible. Basically, it was Kingston carrying the match. Matt Cross's performance seems low to me. I don't know whether that's just some of our product rating affecting him, or whether he's just understated on this save. But I would have put him maybe at a 40, but it might just be a popularity thing. But Matt Cross takes the loss. Kingston gets a medallion, and seems again to have some kind of agenda going on. Seems very focused on whatever he's up to. Seems to be no good. Speaking of up to no good, we got Madison Eagles, one half of the Thought Crimes tag team, in a matchup with Kiera Hogan. And fortunately, it's subpar wrestling and little heat. Madison Eagles does defeat Kiera Hogan in 7 minutes, illegally using the ropes as leverage. She had a 43. Kiera Hogan had a 34. Kiera Hogan seemed off her game, ended up getting us a 40, trying to give another win to the Thought Crimes team. And unfortunately, though, the match could have been a little bit better. Meanwhile, Carl Anderson is backstage, and we see him calling someone, and he says, I know it's short notice, and that we're not really friends, but let's work this. All right, we've worked together in the past. Maybe we can do something here. I'm telling you, this is an opportunity. Will you give me some help here? We don't know who he's talking to, but he seems to basically be looking for some help from someone he's worked with in the past, and is trying to find a tag team partner to basically get a shot. And hopefully, if he wins, Doc Gallows can kind of come back from an injury here. But we get a segment rating of 45. It's not bad. I mean, Anderson's just entertaining on a whole, so that's not too bad. Meanwhile, speaking of entertaining, we have some blow-off from Eli Drake and Nick Aldis. Obviously, Eli Drake betrayed the boardroom last week and betrayed his leader, Nick Aldis. And Drake basically is out demanding a match against Aldis, saying that he has been conned by him. He was promised opportunities. He was promised a seat at the table, and it's never happened, and he's sick of it. And he wants to end it all right now. He wants Aldis in a cage match. He's like, none of your cronies in the corner, none of the boardroom at your side, just you and me. And Aldis comes out and with a pretty big ego, kind of dismisses Drake, but says that he'll gladly accept the match. Storyline advances. Gets a 53. They're both generally entertaining, so it worked well. Eli Drake was, I think, rated on entertainment or microphone, and all this was just based on his overness at the time as he came out. So overall, not too bad. We're turning our segment ratings up a little bit higher. We need our last couple segments to be pretty good, or else we might be underperforming a little bit. But now that we've changed our TV segment time, it's not too bad. This match is pretty okay. We got Natty Neidhart versus Thunder Rosa for the number one contendership for the women's championship. And Natty actually defeats Thunder Rosa in 9 minutes by pinfall after a German suplex. That's a weird finishing move, but sure. Natty had a 55. Thunder Rosa had a 33. We need to get Thunder Rosa up to speed in terms of skill. We hinted at a Thunder Rosa's face turn. We're kind of removing her heelish tactics. We're probably just going to fire it right now. We had a 47 there. It's not too bad. Oh, I guess we're not going to fire it right there. Afterwards, Tessa Blanchard comes out to confront Natty after she becomes the number one contender. and kind of just stares her down before walking away. Its segment does fine. It's not great. Tessa underperformed. Natty underperformed. I forget what they were rated on, but clearly it was not not the right thing at all. Even Tessa, who's basically like a major star for us, is just underperforming when it comes to the women's division. So something we have to course correct on after Starrcade and figure out what we're going to do. And we got our first of our matches for our semifinals on the second shot tournament. And boy, it's a weird one. We got FTR and Carl Anderson. And debuting in NWA, we got Matthias Breeze, a.k.a. Tyler Breeze. We've combined both of his real names and his legal name to pull in the post WWE. Apparently he left. He left in between the week, and he was on a local agent. So Tyler Breeze is a free agent. I definitely see a place for him. I think we might sign him in general, but we got him here. So we had good wrestling, decent reaction from the crowd. Ultimately, FTR do defeat Carl Anderson and Matthias Breeze. It's just, it's a nice sub, but you got tag team specialists versus two wrestlers that really never have fought together. It just doesn't work. Though, Cash Wheeler did have to win by pinning Matthias using the ropes for leverage. So they kind of cheated. Obviously, their chemistry is off the charts, and Cash at 49, Dax had a 62, but Anderson had a 54, and the Breeze here had a 48, so not too bad. Gets us a 54. It's a little bit lower than I was hoping. I was hoping we would get this match up into the 60s, but it's kind of an interesting turn of events that he is out there and available. That's a match that we're looking for. And we got the other semifinals. We got Lucha Bros versus Private Party. It's superb wrestling, good heat. The high spots match, very high flying. Lucha Brothers do defeat the Private Party in 11 minutes. Phoenix pins Isaiah Cassidy after Miro moves on to tournament. And we got Pentagon at 69, Phoenix at a 75, Mark Quinn at a 56, and Isaiah Cassidy at a 63. Gets us a 70. Crazy match. And in our main event, we got Pillman Jr. and AR Fox versus Miro and Lance Archer. It had superb wrestling, great heat built into it. Miro and Lance Archer do win after Miro pins AR Fox with a roll-up. So kind of a quick pin, kind of a unexpected one. It keeps Pillman protected, and we still don't quite know what's going to happen between the two of them. Pillman was actually the weak link here, struggling to keep everybody up. Look at the talent here with AR Fox, though. 67. Pillman Jr. had a 52. Lance Archer had a 62. Miro had a 71. And we advanced to 10 pounds of gold. Story. Lance Archer was in amazing form, got the crowd buzzing. Leaves us with a 56, which is not too bad. Pretty good main event for a go-home show. No after the fact segments or anything like that. I figured this would be good enough. And let's see what we're at. I think we're going to be at like a 53. 58. Actually, not too bad. So we're so worried about our rating, and we changed it, and we blow it out of the park by like 10. Though granted, the Lucha Brothers versus Private Party isn't always going to happen. Technically it can't happen because Private Party are now eliminated. So, it's going to be coming down between the FTR and Lucha Brothers. We're going to figure out who's going to sign for us. It's going to be a hard decision. Lucha Brothers are a better technical team. FTR have better availability, but who knows? We were at the NWA arena here for 506 people. I think they had a pretty damn good show. It's been reported, Chikara. I'm sure we got a pretty good report here. WWE and other Ruthless has Vince McMahon have bought the entire company and the entire roster. Although the title belts have been kept and will not be added to WWE's trophy case as a spoils of war. That is unfortunate because I would have loved to have the King of Trios. We may do it our own, but that's a hell of a bummer because I don't think let's see, if I were to invest, purchase a classic title belt, I doubt Chikara's belts are going to show up here. Yeah, I mean, we have a bunch of other. We could get Global Force. You could get that What Culture Pro Wrestling Championship going. Yeah, so they're not there. They have bought them out. That's an expensive purchase from WWE. Very unfortunate, very sad time. But Chikara is no more now. Kind of true life happening in a delayed fashion, minus the WWE buying them. So they got rid of all the talent. They said nah, but kept all of the title belts. That is rough. That's real rough. That's a shame. But that is now gone completely. Yeah, nothing. No titles. They got everything over there. What a shame. Last night's Power was excellent. Went down really well, which is very good. Anything else going on in the news that we have to worry about? I don't believe so. Not that I see, at least. Dax Harwood's opinion. Hanson needs to learn how to sell. That's probably true. So, pretty good show. Financially, don't know what we're looking at. We'll be fine. Our worker expenses are definitely going to increase here. Not sure what we got in terms of broadcast revenue from being on the later night, and that certainly may affect us. Though, again, if we're consistently doing like 58s, we'll bring it back to 50 to the early evening. But right now, it's better to be safe than sorry. And now we got Starrcade on the horizon. So we have some, like we said, we have some people that we could potentially hire. That was a one-night deal, but Tyler Breeze is out there. Or is he now just Matthias? What is he? What is he listed as? What are we searching here? Oh, reset this. It's when we were looking for women. I think he's listed in the save actually as Tyler Breeze. So unemployed, he left just recently. We could hire him. I think that would be a pretty good get. He's only $210 per show. 15% not covered. Yeah, sure, man. Why not? I think we have some potential there that we could use, and he has some base popularity that'll be helpful. We should probably look to see if anybody else got knocked out in the meantime, but I think we'll do that on the next episode because that was kind of a surprise. But pretty good show. Next one will be Starrcade, so I'm looking forward to that. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for joining me.